How to evolve an identity. So what is identity? It's a really interesting subject, identity. And we all have different identities. We may not think we do, but if we're a parent, we have a parental identity. We're a husband or a wife, we have a husband or wife identity. We have an identity as a son or a daughter, and so on and so on. And as a sports coach, we might be different again. So what is identity and how do we grow that? And why is it necessary to grow that? You'll often probably have come across new people in jobs and they're a little nervous. They haven't yet grown into their own skin or developed an identity around that new role. You might meet them several years later and they've grown and they know what they're doing. They're comfortable in their skin. So a couple of things that I have come across that are very helpful in identity is the concept of affirmations. What I mean by affirmations, a classical concept of affirmations is what we say about ourselves after we said the words I am. You may hear people say, I'm no good at such and such. They might just say casually, I'm no good at computers, I'm no good at running, I'm no good at sport. And of course that sets the brain to look for reinforcement of that. Oh, if it's that, I'm no good at it. That's not very helpful sometimes if you have to do things in your job that, and particularly in sales, that aren't fitting with your identity. So one of the best things to do to develop identity is to write some affirmation statements beginning with I am. I always remember when I first started as a coach 16 or 17 years ago that I was an absolutely hopeless, fearful presenter. So I wrote some I am statements, read them twice a day, and after a few months that little voice that said I was useless, that I could hear chattering away to me, calmed down. I didn't do nothing. I also put myself into the position of doing presentations, just little ones to start with, got feedback from friends and colleagues and gradually got better. But the starting point was moving the identity, or my identity was to write down the things I wanted to be. I am an awesome presenter. I'm looking forward to presentations and opportunities to talk to groups of people. I wrote those things down, read them, and gradually that just calmed my the little voice in my head that says I'm no good. The other part of identity which I like are some action coach principles. They are also NLP based, and in my book on page 58 is the idea of skills, beliefs, values and behaviour. Beliefs are things that we hold to be true. For instance, the earth is flat. That view was prevalent right through to the 1600s when it was proved, or 1700s when it was proved that the earth wasn't flat. So new evidence often changes our beliefs. That's quite important to break through in our identity change. Values are even deeper down inside of us. The value is something I value. I value, for instance, value education, and no one could convince me that the value of education, my value of good education, is wrong. So they're very difficult to try and change people's values, but beliefs are a lot easier to work on, and it's really looking for evidence and sometimes faking it till you make it with those I am statements to try and break through the fact that you think you can't do something when actually you need to do it for your role.